your presidency. How will that feel to leave office in the middle of two
Well,
wars?
I'm trying to figure it out because there's a lot going on. Obviously, we've got an economic situation. The campaign just ended. We still have troops in harm's way. I'll be meeting with families of the fallen today. So the job, will end on January the 20th. And so this is a better question on the 21st. I'm not sure what to tell you because I know I'm going to be going from 100 miles an hour to near zero overnight, and it's going to be, I'm not sure what to expect. I know I'll miss certain things about the presidency. I also know I'm looking forward to getting home. So I've got mixed emotions, I guess.
This is your first interview since the election.
Yes, it is. It is.
So I'm going to ask you, how did you think that turned out? What was your impression?
Well, my choice didn't win. I was for John McCain. I felt he battled hard. But I meant what I said after the election. That the election of Barack Obama is an historic moment for our country. There are a lot of people in America who did not believe they would ever see this day. And it is good for our country that people have hope in the system and feel vested in the future. And so President-elect Obama has a great opportunity, and I really do wish him all the best. I mean, I am just as American as he is American. And it is good for our country that the president succeeds. And so the transition that we're working with him on is a genuine effort to help him be able to deal with the pressures and the complicated issues of the presidency.
Where do you see this country in 4 years?
It's hard to tell. I'm pretty confident we will recover from the economic times. Iraq will be a symbol of freedom, that Afghanistan will improve. In other words, the country will be secure, and it's going to be very important for the president and the Congress to work together to make the decisions so that we can succeed in keeping us secure and helping us regain our prosperity.
I have heard you say many times in the past that I don't like to look at polls. They don't really affect me. I like to do what I want to do. Yeah. The polling, and I'm sure you have people who brief you on it, are up and down all over the map a lot.
Yeah.
Do you ever get disappointed? Does it make you feel a certain way if those numbers are low?
I think a president who tries to be popular is a president who could fail the country. And I remind people, popularity is fleeting. Principles are forever. And there have been times when I've been popular and times when I hadn't been popular. But the job of the president is to make good, tough decisions based upon solid principles that are etched in his soul. And I know there's this kind of preoccupation by some about popularity polls, and to me they're just moments. They come and go. And but what doesn't change generally is what you believe, and are you willing to defend your beliefs? And I can assure you that as President of the United States, you better have a core set of beliefs, because a lot of people are watching you, and they're trying to determine where America will stand. A lot of people inside the White House are trying to determine, whether this person is going to be making decisions based upon core principles, or whether the person is going to be all over the map trying to chase popularity.
If those are principles that you have considered your whole life coming into this office, and they are near and dear to you,
yeah.
I imagine that you probably have a moment in your presidency that you are most proud of, and a moment that I'm sure you most regret.
I regret saying some things I shouldn't have said. Like dead or alive, bring them on. And by the way, my wife reminded me that, hey, as President of the United States, you better be careful what you say. I mean, I was trying to convey a message. I probably could have conveyed it more artfully. Being on this ship reminds me of when I went to the USS Abraham Lincoln, and they had a sign that said "Mission Accomplished." I regret that, that sign was there. It was a sign aimed at the sailors on that ship. However, it conveyed a broader knowledge. And to some, it said, well, Bush thinks the war in Iraq is over, when I didn't think that, but nevertheless, it conveyed the wrong message. So there are things I've regretted. there are, I've had a lot of reasons to be, proud, I guess is the right word. I'm proud every time I stand in front of the United States military. I am proud to be the commander-in-chief of people that are so selfless and so courageous that they would volunteer to serve our country in a time of war. I'm proud when I see people feed the hungry. I'm proud when I'm in Africa and see volunteers helping citizens dying of HIV/AIDS. I'm proud to know there are young kids raising money to buy mosquito nets to help us defeat malaria on the continent of Africa. I cannot tell you what an inspiring experience has been to be the president of this country, because we're a nation full of generous, courageous, decent people.
After all of this, what is next for you?
I'll probably get back and take a deep breath. And I haven't had much time to really settle down and figure what life's going to be like after this. I know I'm going to be in Texas. No doubt I'm heading straight home. I miss Texas. I love Texas. I've got a lot of friends in Texas. We'll probably write a book. I am going to, I know I'm going to build a policy institute and a library at Southern Methodist University in Dallas, Texas. And other than that, I'm just not quite sure yet.
Do you have an outline for that book yet?
Yeah.